And now, Freelance Heroism presents Return to Ravenloft.
Hey everybody, welcome to Freelance Heroism. My name is Dees.
And I'm Rachel.
And before I even get started, I just want to say thank you to everyone out there who donates at the Patreon, in particular those who donate at the producer tier.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel, would you like to let us know who they are?
I would love to. We want to say thank you to Duncan, Crispy, Nate, Breakmeister, and Rebecca. Thank you so much, everyone.
You all help us make a better show for everyone, and we couldn't do it without you, so thank you.
Thank you.
Rachel.
Dees.
Routers. Modems. Technology.
You need it today, unfortunately.
Yeah, you need it to communicate with the vast world.
Mm-hmm. And play Diablo.
Which leads me to my next point. What the fuck is going on with your modem/router?
They're both very old.
How old?
I would say at least 10 years, if not more.
10 years. Okay, so that would be 2013.
Mm-hmm.
You think you got it in 2013, or is this just one of those where you say 10 years, but it's actually longer than that?
I would say the modem is older than 10 years.
How older? Like, are we looking 1999?
No. It's still in the 2000s.
Oof, that's a lot of range. 23 years, Rachel. You want to pin it down a little better?
I want to say I think I got the router around the time I moved up here. So the router is probably like 19 years old.
How far is your router from here? It's right there, right?
They're both right there.
Oh my God.
They're both right there.
Those look gross.
The modem, I would say the modem is going to be at least 15 years old. I've had that modem. That might be the first modem I ever purchased because it's a scam to rent your modem from your cable company.
Is it?
Yeah, because then they charge you like a rental fee. But after like a year, you've paid the amount of what it would cost to just buy a modem.
Right. But also they update it whenever it's really old.
Do they?
Yeah.
Or do you just hang on to the same modem?
No, they replace it. I've had mine replaced multiple times.
Mine never replaced mine.
Yeah, that's why it's fucked up right now. That's why it's old and fucking broken. I feel like we're okay. So let me. You tell me if you're uncomfortable doing this. I want you to take your headset off. I want you to walk over there and just look on any of the stickers and see if there is a year.
A year?
A year printed on the sticker. See, the way I think is that it doesn't say that's how old it is, right? Because it might be from the year that they made the model or whatever. Mm-hmm. But what it will tell you is it will never be a year that had not existed when it was made.
Right.
So we'll have a range, an estimate. If you could just take your headset off, go over there and just look for any date, come back here and just say the year. And I want honesty.
Okay.
Would you be willing to do that?
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, go ahead.
All right. I'll be right back.
Yep. Guys, she's stepping away now. There's no fucking way that this thing it's going to be like 2005. It's going to be 2004, 2005. I've never heard her talk about a router one time. I'm waiting to see if she's going to react. This is gonna be bad. Guys, I want you to know. It's just me and you right now. I know this is an old ass router. You can tell by the type of plastic it's made of. Oof. Okay, let's see.
There's not a year on either of them.
There's not a year?
No.
This is before years were invented?
Yeah, this was before they made years.
Before they started counting.
Yeah.
They just got a router from the BC.
Let me see if I can find my modem. Oh no, these already look too up to date. These are too modern. I was looking for
yeah, you can tell the difference in them, can't you?
Yes.
Yeah. It just looks like the cartridge from an old vacuum.
Oh no. Hold on. Let me look at the number on it.
Okay. We're going to edit this out, I imagine, a little bit. But This model number is going to be like 6. What was the model number? Was it 6? Was it 5?
Hold on.
Oh, I'm so curious.
All right, so my modem is on Amazon, although this looks more up to date. Looks like I did a remodel.
Yeah, a remodel? Sometime in the last 2 decades? What a scam.
Let's see.
What year? Read it. Go ahead, say it out loud.
2012.
2012? I said 2005 as a joke. 2012 ain't that far off.
Yeah.
What about the other one? Do you have the other one? We're just gonna assume they're both around 2012.
I did like a Google search for my modem, and there's a Reddit thread talking about like end of life for that specific brand of modem. Do you know when that Reddit post was made?
When was it made?
8 years ago. Oh no.
Rachel, didn't we have this conversation the same about your cell phone? Didn't we have the same conversation? Jesus, you know why? No. You know why we're a good couple?
Why?
Because I'm gonna help you get past this failure that you have. This is an error of personality. Update your technology. Otherwise, it's not technology.
Let me look up the router.
Is it still technology if it's 20 years old?
Let me look up the router. Hold on.
Okay. This is bad, guys. This is real bad. Her cell phone, she was using like a Galaxy 4 or some shit. Oh man, this is gonna be bad. Go ahead and type that in.
All right.
Oh, this is gonna be devastating for you.
Oh no. Not that one.
Not that one. That one's from the same decade. They don't even have it on the internet. This is the first router is before the internet. This is the first router ever made.
Oh no. Okay. All right.
What year?
When was
man.
released?
This is gonna be the year the Doors album came out.
All right. Doesn't say.
It doesn't say.
Doesn't
before
tell.
Recorded time.
Here's a review.
What's the review? What year was the review written?
April 2013.
2013? Rachel.
Oh no.
What was the other one? What year was the other one, did you say?
2012. So
2012.
I got them around the same time.
Good. Rachel, remember when the cell phone, we had an issue with your cell phone?
Yeah.
You were like, it just doesn't do anything. And I'm like, because none of the stuff you want it to do is invented. You know? It does phone calls and text, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
So then you got a modern cell phone, and how much better was it?
It was a lot better.
It's a lot better.
Yeah.
It does all kinds of cool shit.
Yeah.
And you just got a smartwatch.
Uh-huh.
See, we're getting you there. We're getting you there. We're getting you there.
Well, after this intro, I will order a new modem router. I hear that you could get them in the same device now, so that's pretty cool.
Just so it'll be easier for you. So that way you don't have to look up two, in a decade from now when you're looking, what year did I upgrade that? Tech needs to be, like, you don't have to upgrade every year, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be like one of those iPhone schmucks that stand outside of the store every 6 months to buy the new phone that's the same phone with a different case.
Right.
Just, maybe once every, 5 years, take a look at it. Just see how it's going.
Uh-huh. Yeah. All right.
Huh.
Well, Maybe we should end this intro before my internet
Or
goes out again.
it ends it for you. Okay. Well, what's the name of the episode?
Well, this is Return to Ravenloft, Season 3, Episode 2, Deadjudice.
We're gonna do a hashtag pray for Ray. Just fold your hands and pray for Ray.
By next intro, I'm gonna have a new modem and router.
Luddite Ray.
Be good. All right.
Born in the 80s, living in the 50s. All right, let's go to the episode.
Bye.
I never got your name.
Arkyle.
What is it?
Arkyle.
Arkyle, like R. Kelly. Got it. like the socks. Arkyle. Well, it's nice to meet you, Arkyle.
You will? And your name?
Master Kaeviir the Professional.
They all look up. They look over at Ludo, look back at him. It's odd. The former spy of the Ancient One and the one who killed him.
Well, there's a lot of politics in this. It's sort of a situation with family. I'd be happy to tell you the story. The last I met with the Vistani in Barovia, they really enjoyed sharing stories with each other. If you're interested in the story, I'm happy to tell it. Maybe
Always.
over a meal.
Vistani loves stories.
Can just answer me this: do you prefer the lute or the violin?
The fiddle.
I'm gonna look at Ludo. I'm like, I told you.
This motherfucker.
I told you. He would not. Look, we'll get into that later. We were actually trailing some people, and it looked like as I approached that you were on the trail yourself. Might very astutely, mind you. I don't normally track people by raising the dead to ask, but that seems like a really good system.
Well, he nods. It is. But we're not actually tracking them. We heard about a commotion up this way in a battle, and so we came to see what leftovers were left to find, sell, pick, and trade.
Oh.
So,
Need a
but
hand?
of course,
All
you're
right,
welcome to what you find.
Oh, please. If it's not something that's going to help me in my aims, I'm happy to work for my meal.
We'd be happy to make it.
Right.
So.
Do you know Ava?
Madame Eva. We've know the name, we've heard the clan. It's been a while since we've traveled that close to Barovia. So right now it's seeming like a lot nicer of a gesture with we hear the sun's out there.
Well, sometimes we clean up our messes. I wasn't my mess per se, but it was a mess and it needed to be handled. So maybe it's worth a shot to go to check it out, see how things are going over there.
Let me clear it with the High Mother, or let me clear it with the mother, and we'll see what we do.
All right. Well, let me help you guys take a look. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Anything shiny, anything we can get the towns to buy.
Oh, excellent. Actually, I can show you guys a few tricks about how to make things more valuable. Vendors, their eye betrays them. I'll show you. Like, take a stone, like just off the ground, kind of rub it between my finger, and then take one of the powders from in my pouch, put it inside of a cloth, and kind of rub it between my hands. Like you do this for about 15 minutes. This stone will polish up like a rare jewel. You'll be able to sell it for, you can just do it to any stone pretty much you find.
It gives the children something to do.
Yeah, it's good to get them started.
So one of them stops and I found a map on this armored one over here. The one missing the head. Ludo looks over. That's Damokos. That was one of Adrie's friends. Or Kess's.
Do you mind if I take a look?
He hands it over. And he continues to check the guy.
I have a pretty good memory, so if you guys want to hold on to the map, that's fine. I'll just make a mental note of it real quick. And I'll kind of open it up and just kind of scan over it.
You see a map of the land and you see a dot moving on it.
Oh. In what direction? Where at?
It's leaving New Butcher Springs.
Oh, they've got a little low jack. Actually, would you mind if I kept this? It's about a friend of mine.
He looks over at
Trade?
Archon. Archon's like, it's fun. You said it tracks a friend?
Does. It's a little concerning.
Then it's no use to me if it tracks only one person. If I could use it to track multiple people or choose a person, that'd be different, but tracking a single person seems it's only worth to the one person it's tracking.
That's a good point.
So,
well,
plus these are all Kagrat.
Well, it couldn't have happened to nicer people.
So the power is shifting. We heard there was rumors.
What rumors?
There's rumors that there are those vying for the title of Dark Lord, the position of the realm.
Right.
We've heard there's stories of it going on and battles, and it seems the Kagrat there was rumors that they were trying to force their hand, but
actually, you're not going to believe this. I've consulted with them. They spoke
Kagrat?
with the candidates who want to be the Dark Lord. They spoke to me about it. They wanted my input. I'm totally bolstering myself here.
Oh, I know. He's looking at you like little cockeyed now, like
And
it's
those
true.
bastards are late with their forms.
Just out of curiosity, I'm not of the particular mind that there need be some malevolent force to rule things, but apparently in this part of the world, seems like that's very much a necessity. Is there one that seems the least objectionable to you? I can't promise anything, but I just
no. That would be a question for the elder.
Well, that's
she knows of things like this.
Well, it's good that you guys get a say in this, right? If you're gonna have to live under the
stories say a realm exists only because of the Dark Lord. Without it, the realm collapses. The realms were each formed around one. So a Dark Lord can't exist without the Dark Lord. They can exist without a realm, but the realm cannot exist without a Dark Lord.
Well, then let's meet with this elder, and we'll see what they say about
That's part of the reason that the elders kept us out of Barovia. Barovia is not experiencing what the rest of the realms are experiencing when like the Lich, has disappeared, which means Estrade's not truly gone.
Well,
he's gone, but I believe the stories say he's ancient. He's the land. He was there first.
Well, he had a hard time with sunshine, so might be a difficult time for him to come back right now.
I like you.
So I'm gonna spend maybe, I don't know, an hour looking around with them, picking through stuff, and anything I find I'll kind of collect and hand it over.
All right.
I think these are probably your best bet. Vendors tend to like things that look older, even if they're not really valuable. So I sort of sorted them. These right here will probably get you a good penny. Don't take under, and I'll kind of like point to them and give them values. I'm like, they'll take that. They'll take that Don't go lower than that. Kind of helping them appraise the items.
Yeah. So, but I mean, you help them, you get them some decent stuff. You give them ideas on how to do things and move things around, and they're extremely appreciative of it. But like, after the hour goes, you guys begin traveling back to their camp.
Do you mind if I smoke on the way?
That's fun. You see they kind of go back to their 2x2 walking formation.
We'll do the same behind them.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah.
See, that's how you do it, guys. You don't have to engage everyone with combat and drop shit out of the sky. Sometimes you can just talk to people. How many times in this game alone have I just walked up and started talking to people? Things just go my way.
Well, I don't think
I will them into
I
being.
don't think Rayne can just ask to eat Draga's heart.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, but he said he's not on the boat.
He's gonna
You
tell
could
him
go
to eat a
down there.
dick.
You could go down to that boat and negotiate with the people and talk them out of having. Look, man, who wants to follow this asshole? Right? Complete jerk. He's a complete jerk. He turns into a giant fish man, and I'm a friendly fish man. You know,
Fish aren't food. Fish are friends.
Fish are friends, not food.
Not food. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work.
I bet I could talk to him. But
I think
you
if
guys do
Draga's
your own
men
thing.
have been following him for a while, then they're cool with him turning into a shark and being evil.
Yeah,
They
but
may-
if you're
they-
on a
that may
pirate
be-
ship,
That may
pirate
be a
ships are
selling point.
rife for mutiny. Let me just tell you.
Hmm.
They're
know from experience
they are
there?
ready to. You don't need a powder keg. They already are a powder keg, and if you know how to light the
Mm.
fuse, you can get them to boom themselves.
Yeah, might I remind you, you have a ship currently being captained by a pirate, so
Former.
maybe
Former
shouldn't.
pirate.
Wait, I
Not
thought
a-
you were a privateer.
Oh, that's an interesting distinction, actually.
I mean, tomato, right?
You told Adrie you were a privateer.
We always lie to Adrie.
Hey, you can't spell privateer without pirate, so just
All right. So you guys make your way back to the camp, and they seem to about dinner time now. I mean, as you can get closer, you smell the aroma of the food coming off, and okay. The aroma of the food coming off. You guys can hear the music already beginning to start.
On violin.
Hmm.
I bet.
Fiddle and drums.
Fantastic. These are good people.
So this guy.
As soon as I hear the bow pulling across the strings, I'm gonna look at Ludo like with my head tilted. Hmm? Right?
He pulls out his loot. Sit back.
Oh, why would you ruin it?
He begins walking in and dancing with them and playing, and they look over at Arkel and he nods, and they motion, and they begin moving around the fire as the three musicians, or the two musicians again, play as the percussionist sits near the fire and plays.
They slowly surround him and push him slowly into the fire where all loots belong.
So Arkel, please, over here. Get a bowl. I'll go fetch the elder.
Oh. So this is a nice camp. You guys been here for a little while, or you just kind of moving?
We've been here a couple days. So not too long, but we've
No
been a
trouble
couple
out
days.
here?
Not yet. The charms of keeping the mindless undead away, and it seems something has left a scar in the wake as they walked across. Whoever that knight is that fought the Kirk god is pretty much cleared out anything dangerous along the way. We're not purposely trying to follow him, but he
Soth.
seems to. It is Lord Soth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this isn't good.
Why?
He's one person we normally don't. He's actually the Vistani don't speak bad of him. He actually not befriended, but the Vistani do speak. There are tales of Soth and the Vistani back in the day. One
I
of
think
our
I
one of our
think if
elders, go for it.
oh no, go ahead.
He freed her from Strahd. And she escaped in the night. But she said he was fair, but he was evil.
Oh, there's no doubt he's evil.
But she spoke of him torn because he tries to be a knight and he tries to be in his honor, but he just can't get past his evil.
Yeah. Well, we all have.
It's that evil in his temper that we try to avoid.
Well, I'm gonna I assume there's food.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm going to eat some of that while I
Okay.
sit back. I don't want to be like, what's I don't understand the loot. I don't do you guys like the loot?
It doesn't sound bad.
It sounds great. Not a fan. Not a fan. It's a plucky instrument.
Have you two been friends long?
No, we're still not friends.
You fight like friends.
I know his daughter, and she is a dear friend of mine.
Hmm. That
He's
makes
he's a
Wait. Ludo has kids? That's
he
something to
does.
add to the story.
Oh yeah.
So,
We're just gonna get all this cleared out. We're gonna have everyone know who's related to who, so that way we don't run into any more awkward situations.
all right.
So that way I don't have to
Um,
convince Adrie who her parents are anymore. Oh, I lost my brain. Oh,
an
hey, look,
older
everyone in the whole world says it except for you. So this is true.
right,
Uh,
an older woman comes walking over and sits down. Arkyle, is this the one you told me of? Ah, yes, Madam Natalie.
I'm going to use the same sort of greetings and behaviors as I did when I met Eva. To how everyone else reacted to her. So I know like the custom.
She nods. You were right. He knows the custom. He knows the Vistani way. Not a normal Gorgio.
Gorgio.
Outsider.
Ah.
So.
I'm gonna speak to them in their language still.
Hmm.
Like, thank you so much for hosting us. It's a long journey.
Of
It's nice
course.
to be amongst friends.
Of course. How can we help?
Well, you've already helped a good deal. As a matter of fact, as we were approaching, I wasn't certain that this interaction was going to go well. So it's better to be safe than sorry. You can respect that, I imagine.
Hmm.
And they had found the person I was looking for, and they showed me the direction they were headed. So that was perfect. They actually did me a service. So, I just figured I'd come here and speak with you because, as I had mentioned to Arkyle, I was actually in communication with a few Dark Lords recently who are all vying to try to take control of the land. And I figured, since I'm part of the decision-making process, that I would get your input. What who do you think is off the table? Who do you think is someone that you'd prefer? I mean, none of them are great options, let's be honest, but there's probably someone that's a good option for everyone,
Well,
right?
the stories speak of those vying for it, but it doesn't speak of who all they are. Um,
Well, I can give them the rundown of everyone who's at the meeting.
okay. She's like, the Baron of the Kurgat is one you do not want in power. She's too bloodthirsty.
Okay.
But the stories do say she has a weakness.
I would love to
Her
hear that
ang
story.
her anger. There's a certain vampire hunter out there that she seeks to completely destroy, and she has captured the soul of his wife, his dead wife, and keeps it trapped, hoping to draw him out.
But who would that be?
Give me 1 second and I'll pull him up.
I hope it's not Rickton. I'm like, ooh.
It is
Awkward.
Rickton.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn.
So,
I know him. Sort of.
Also, Madame Telsveri, Madame Eris, an aristocrat noble. I don't think she knows the game she's in. She likes to throw these wild parties where she gets everyone greater invisibility, and they go off killing and murdering throughout the night, and everyone locks their doors. It's a little purgy.
You've seen that one too, huh? I wasn't a fan of the third one, but the fourth one was all right.
But I don't think she understands if Lord Soth is in the realm. I don't think she understands what it has escalated to. And then there's the issue in Newvicher Springs. Stories reached quick and far about Newvicher Springs.
What kind of stories?
There's a small Vistani group that was outside when the attack happened, and they sent messages out throughout pretty much the rest of us to warn us. There was an odd man. He's a kind man. He's always been a kind man. No one ever expected him to. He calls himself a doctor.
Midnight.
Yes. He's been around longer than any of the Vistanis. At least any of the Vistanis alive. The tales of Midnight go back decades, if not a centuries, of how he's been around, and he's pushes against certain Dark Lords, but he never actually openly initiates anything. He never openly combats. He
seems fair.
Is he one of the contestants, it seems?
He seems like maybe he's wary of it, but that oftentimes I find makes for the best leadership. Someone who maybe doesn't want it. Takes the edge off the
The only thing odd was the startlingness of the violence in Newvicher Springs. It wasn't against the whole town, though. It was like it was targeted.
Against?
It seems the Internal Order.
Actually, now that I'm aware of that, I will kind of relay the interaction to them.
Now, the other side you do know is you guys did learn from Soth that Midnight was actually Decurious back in the day.
Yeah.
He has hidden his identity and took on this new one over the years after leaving the Dark Lordship of Darkhan, and Aslan took over.
Right.
So
I just wanted to point out to them that it wasn't arbitrary. There was a reason.
All right. Now it's up to you if you want to disclose the rest of that or not. You can just say he targeted the cult and that he did. But
yeah, I mean, I'll tell them what happened. I don't have a problem with being honest with these people.
All right. So
right now, I think that there's more value in getting the information to be I don't want to say completely spread out, but bits of the information that I think are relevant to be spread around, right? So I think it's important that the context of whoever we decide is the next Dark Lord, the people who are going to be ruled over by them have some say in it, right? Because look, if you have 5 bad choices, don't you want to have the least bad choice for you. So I
I
figure
get it.
if I meet with a couple groups, I speak to them, get their honest opinions. I'm not saying I'm going to give everybody everything that they want, but I think if I have to any influence over the decision making, I would like it to be something you guys can live with. Because if I don't choose one, which is my initial instinct, things get really, really bad. So
Doesn't recognize most of the others you speak of. She recognizes the name Kestrel as a hunter.
right.
Kestrel seems too brutal to be the Dark Lord, but it's no more than what we've had.
Well, I'm not looking for the position, so I'm out.
She smiles. She's like, Vincent Trichet, the Shroudwalkers.
Hmm?
Vincent Trichet, he leads the Shroudwalkers. It's
I think you got the name.
You
no,
mean
Victor
Rayne's
Trent.
uncle. No,
Okay.
Vincent Trichet.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
Yeah.
like misremembering Victor Trench.
I was about to get
No.
mad about Victor Trench.
I was like,
Oh,
oh my god, he
no.
could be a Dark Lord.
If Victor
No.
Trench is the Dark Lord, get me the fuck out of here. That was a mismanaged fucking bag of horse shit.
So she's like, the Shroudwalkers are pretty much a glorified thieves guild.
Hmm.
So,
I don't think we're gonna pick him.
no. And this Draga, he's from another realm, isn't he? If I remember right, he's definitely from another realm.
Well, he's about to meet an untimely end, so I wouldn't worry about them too much.
And I don't recognize the other ones.
Well, it's good to have your input. Thank you. We won't be staying for very long, if you don't mind.
We're packing up tonight as well.
Right.
It's odd to say in Darkon, it's sometimes safer to move at night.
Oh, I agree.
We can avoid the monsters easier than we can avoid bandits.
What about I'm gonna hold up the stone.
Mm-hmm.
How difficult are these to make?
It takes a few hours. The right materials.
What do you need?
I have enough to make 2 more right now.
I wouldn't want to put you out, but I could really use another one if that's possible, just for getting around out here. It would make it a lot easier.
For your friend?
For my friend, yeah.
Well, if I give you one of the scouts, then I will work on the other one as we're traveling. That'll work.
Can I offer you something for that?
If the Vistani call for help you show,
Absolutely. Say
done.
this. When you ask, do you know what a pineapple is?
I do know what a pineapple is.
Okay, perfect. Just signal me with a pineapple. Get creative.
Understood. It shall be.
And your name? Sorry, I didn't ask.
Oh. Natalie.
Master Kaeviir.
Madam
Nice
Natalie.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Master Kaeviir. Enjoy your food. Eat up, drink up. I'm tired, but eat up and drink up.
Will do.
So,
Thanks for the time.
of course. And if you see Madam Eva again, thank her for bringing you through.
Oh, I will. And then I don't think I will, honestly. Being here has been a struggle.
Well, for you, but for the rest of us, it's been a breath of fresh air.
Oh, that is a kindness. Thank you.
So she gets up and begins to walk herself back.
I
You
owe
see a
them
cudgel on her hip as she walks, like a small bone cudgel.
cudgel.
Yeah.
Not crudgel.
Sorry, cudgel. So
I promise I'm a story, so we'll just assume that I'll go out
Yeah.
and tell them a
All right.
fantastical story using my orator skills. And yeah, I guess we're good until the next day. Look at that though.
All right.
Fucking starting a democracy out here in the middle of nowhere.
All right. We're gonna switch back to the boat with Adrie. We'll catch Rayne when he gets back.
Okay.
Um, let me
Yep,
flip a few
he's back.
pages of my.
Back.
Okay. Well, let me flip a few pages back to my other notes. Serena approaches Adrie, floating slowly behind.
Hi.
Hey, are you doing okay, Miss Adrie?
A lot has happened very recently. And also a lot happened for a very long time. So I'm kind of just trying to focus on getting the heart of a shark man. And then I'm gonna go find my mother.
I'd like to actually let you honestly know that finding a shark's heart and having somebody eat it is probably in the least of the weird things that this ship has done in the last 10 years or so
Oh.
since it's been flying.
Oh. Okay.
Victor's not the same boy that you left.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
He's better than the path he was on, but
Yeah. Well,
Relena worries me.
why?
She has an influence on him
Hmm.
I haven't seen since you guys were there.
Is she?
It's
What
like she
kind?
always has something moving, like something going, like there's always an alternative move.
Mhm.
You can never actually tell what she's done until she's 3 steps ahead and you're 2 steps behind of what she's done.
Like father, like daughter.
Well,
She also doesn't seem to stop any of his foolish ideas.
hmm.
She just makes sure he survives them.
Well, I'm sure that everybody is going to talk about a lot of things once we all get back on the ship together. And
Hopefully, now that you're back, his craziness will calm down.
well, I hope so. Um, I don't. I wasn't really me for the last 10 years, but I missed him and I missed you and all my friends.
This is kind of a selfish question to ask.
Mhm.
Can you raise my body? I'm tired of
It,
floating around.
is it here?
Victor's kept it downstairs on repose.
Oh, then yeah. Um, I'm not sure if I have a spell ready now. Let me see. Let me look inwardly and think and reflect on what spells I can currently cast at the moment. If I really stop and think about it, I hadn't changed all of my spells, and Kestrel definitely had a different spell kind of vibe going on.
And scroll my mind downward through the pages of my mind, refreshing now.
Okay. I will raise you back. I don't have the spell prepared at the moment. I sort of have some other stuff ready for
Oh,
our
she's like,
attack on the ship. I will.
I've been a ghost for a couple years. I think I can survive a couple more days.
Okay.
But thank you.
Yes, of course. Of course.
So yeah, Victor locked it in the case after it happened.
Okay.
Just
So
side note, who would not want to be a ghost anymore? What? You mean to tell me they can't hit me and I can travel through walls? What?
You couldn't smoke?
I'm smoking all the time. I'm a fucking ghost. You ever seen Cratchit? Motherfucker looks like a damn forest fire coming out of his feet.
You couldn't play the violin?
Fuck a violin. I can walk through walls.
You couldn't wear flannel.
Man, look how quickly he just abandoned his art the minute.
Oh,
that he...
first
Yeah.
off, let me tell you the types of art I'll be doing as a ghost. right.
Okay. All right.
Oh shit.
None,
I'm not-
because
no,
you won't
he's-
be able to pick up or manipulate anything.
No,
you
he's gonna be
can.
doing ghost dicks.
You can totally, first off, ghosts can totally manipulate shit.
Well, then why can't Serena?
Because she sucks. She doesn't practice. I'm an A
It,
grade.
it depends
Have we had
on the
this conversation
classification
before? Have we had this exact? I feel like I've had this conversation where I told someone they were a shitty ghost. I feel like I've told someone they were a shitty ghost before. Was that in this game?
We had
It was in the first one, I think, when you guys, when you met the artist.
we had
Right.
a ghost butler in Dragon Heist.
Yeah.
No, there was another time. I remember telling somebody that they need to be able to hold stuff and move stuff around. And they're like, it's difficult. I'm like, oh, it's just because you're shitty. It's a bad ghost. Practice. But you
No,
got
it sounds
forever.
familiar.
This
better
argument's
come.
coming to me too clean. I'm not having to put anything together. It's already pre-built. I've had this argument before. I feel it. I'm sorry. It's so clean in my head right now.
Oh, that had to go back to the first ghost, I think.
God,
Because I don't remember you having that discussion with Elle at all.
I'm
Because
certain.
Elle could manipulate the house. Elle was doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We met a ghost in like Strahd's basement
Hmm.
prison.
He tried to possess a couple of you.
With the
Yeah.
poo water.
Yep.
Oh, it was after the poo water, right
Yeah.
before Rachel beat the shit out of me, and then yelled at me because she doesn't know how Featherfall works.
No, not Adrie beating up Kaeviir. No,
No.
Ray beating up these.
Oh, yeah, she does that all the time. She
No.
hits me.
Yep.
She hits me.
No.
Luckily for me, she's small, so she's weak and can't hurt me.
Well, she also puts oranges in a bag so it doesn't leave any bruises.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's a true thing. She uses a phone book.
No.
The old New Jersey welcome, huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I have to
That old,
run.
what did
I
I
have to run
tell
to the
you?
restroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I was.
I'm certain I've had this ghost argument. I don't know
You
where it
have.
was, but I'm certain
It
I've
sounds
done it.
familiar. It
Yeah.
sounds familiar. But to be honest, you call everybody your shitty this. So
Look, man, you use what you got, right?
Yeah.
I was a
Yeah.
kid, then I'm gonna be the best kid-sized fucking super spy ever, right?
Right.
You just gotta adapt. Adapting, that's the thing.
Yeah. I
it
was
could have been in
saying-
this campaign. Did you tell the ghost you guys ran into, like Dwayne or D'Artan or whatever? Did you call him a shitty ghost?
I don't know, but
This
the
could have
fact
been
that I don't
literally like a few months back.
The fact that I don't remember him means he probably was pretty shitty.
Well, you guys used him as a distraction to raid that fucking
Oh, maybe it might have been him.
yeah, because you guys used him as a distraction to raid the safe house.
Oh. Right. What were you saying, Nate? I'm sorry.
No, I was no. I was sitting here jotting notes down and stuff like that, and I had this scene pop up in my head of when Kaeviir finally comes back to the, if Kaeviir makes it back, or I don't know. You're probably not going to be involved. No. What I'm saying is you're not probably going to be involved in the upcoming fight in Martira Bay, but I just like Rayne's going to come around. He's like, "Hey, mate, I made this device that allows Cargillis to like carry Hawks into battle, right, when he flies around. And unfortunately, I couldn't find enough fabric around the ship to make it, but I was able to find a couple of strips of this old balloon that was down in storage underneath the main deck, right? Now, the bad thing is it looked like it had been subjected to like moisture for a long time. But the good thing is it made the device really flexible so that you could like carry it easy and you could store it in like a more compact form, right? So once I all put it together, right, it worked really well. But I noticed that Hawks would like swing really wildly underneath it.
Oh my God.
Because he wasn't like, it was like too light, right? So I needed to add some ballast to kind of weigh it down, leg. So I decided to call it the old moldy folding over the beholder kobold holder filled with boulders.
Right. Counterbalance. Right.
Yeah.
Oh God.
He was
Also,
working on that the whole time. He's been he's been penciling it in.
Yeah.
If we
got
do
a
not
spreadsheet.
name the episode that or
That,
one
yeah.
of those combinations,
I'm not typing that
it's gonna be a waste of time.
Title's gonna be forever long.
Yeah.
Also, I don't even want to think about how complicated the fucking the tags are gonna be for that.
Hashtag worth it.
Yeah. Also, I couldn't help myself on another thing.
Oh God. What a weirdo. What a weird man.
You put that picture up, and I'm like, I know that picture of her. Oh, that's right. That was from the animation he had me do.
What a weird man.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, that's some good shit. All right.
I Adrie would also like to ask Serena, because I'm sure that she knows of like what we're setting out to do. Is there anything that maybe you would be able to do to help us with this? Like we're hoping for cloud cover, but I don't know if like you know of anything that we can use to like look down at the boat to get an idea of how many people are on it, or where like the place is exactly, because we're not sure where Draga's boat's going to be.
Victor has had me float down before.
Oh.
Being a ghost has some of its advantages. Most people don't pick you up in the sky floating down, especially as gray as the skies get. Then the little twerps cried me. Because I could not give, as Relina put it, good basic detail.
Okay. Well,
you know when she looks at you like with those dagger stares, just like Kaeviir did back in the day?
Oh.
Like when he's like really just annoyed as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Annoyed, yeah. That's when I would leave flowers on his bed. Because I know how much he loved flowers. So it really wasn't fair that he got the smaller stone at the garden.
There's a garden?
Back in Valiki, we did a tribute to you and him and Chinagote and the heroes, and the garden's pretty much dedicated to you, and then he got this little kind of plaque.
Oh, that's not fair.
Lucian said it was he would understand.
Huh.
It doesn't sound like he understood.
I don't think so.
No. Victor told Lucian he was probably going to pay for it when Kaeviir showed up, and Lucian said he would have to show up to make him pay for it. So it was his way to make Kaeviir come back.
Oh.
He knew. He said Kaevir's ego wouldn't let the small stone settle, that he would return just to take over the whole garden.
Well, I mean, Victor was right. You know, like Kaeviir came back. I thought that he was dead before I forgot who I was.
Kaeviir? Yes.
And then
everyone did. That's the story that went out when Victor came back with was the coat, and nothing of the rest of you. And he had this. He might still have it. He actually scooped up most of the dust that was Kaeviir.
That's strange.
That shit's fucking gross. There's poop in there.
Dude, he was a very upset boy for a while.
Yeah. Well.
Then 12 showed up.
Is she around? Is she around?
No, she's
around. Is she here right now?
I did that just to get Rachel's reaction.
Is she behind me?
Am I in danger right now?
No, she left after once Victor woke up Relena, she left.
Oh man, you know what I would love is if we had an episode like a TV show based on this, and just at the beginning of an episode without context, just play the song "Tie a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree," and just for fans, right? Like that, right before you see Adrie walking and then collapsing to the ground.
Oh no.
Oh, that'd be excellent. Contact us, HBO.
So, but you know, Nick's been able to mainly keep Victor on somewhat of a track. He listens to Nick most or half the time.
Well,
but Victor taught Nick how to raise the dead in a weird way, so I'm not sure I'm happy with Victor for that spot.
there has been a lot of necromancy, no offense, that has been happening here since I've been gone, and I don't know, it's kind of weird.
Still not sure how he does it with the spores, but somehow Nick does it with spores. It's weird.
He's the last of us to do it.
There's been a lot of necromancy since I've been going, and I, for one, am not going to stand for it anymore.
No offense, Serena.
Yeah.
All right.
And then Brian is behind you like, what the fuck?
Adrie's been avoiding Brendan.
Brendan's up on deck with Hawks looking at the cannons, trying to figure out the cannons. At this point, you all hear a loud, just thundering sound as you're pretty sure one of the cannons just went off.
Do I hear like the sound of ah?
No,
Okay.
You do not hear Brendan flying
Okay, I
across
was
the
just
yard.
making sure. The precedent had already been set before I arrived on the ship, so you know.
He's a Doppler ganger.
All you hear is Hawks, do it again, really loudly from the top.
Children. No,
okay, go for it.
No, I'm going to briskly make my way over to where the two of them are, and hey, okay.
They both look at you. Hawks's face is kind of half black from a powder blast. Well, not a powder blast, more of the magic blast.
Yeah.
And Brendan's kind of standing next to him, holding the cannon, and Hawks is on the end of it with his hands about to charge another spell into it.
Okay. You know how it works, right? You figured it out, right?
Hawk shakes his head with a smile and his tongue half hanging out.
Good. Let's not do that again now until we need to. Okay. We're not there yet. I know it's fun. I know.
He starts kind of moping, walking with his tail wagging.
In all fairness, there are two cannons. You should probably test one of each.
Hawks gets this bright idea like it came out of the sky and runs to the cannon.
No.
He grabs it, speaks a little magic. You see his hands begin to glow as it enters the cannon. The cannon begins to glow as you see the runes go down the side of it. And he looks back at you like a kid just playing with a toy.
It's like that little girl that's sitting in front of the house that's on fire with that weird look. It's just like, yeah, I did it. I'm going to do it again.
Yep. The deck shakes and launches. And
all right. Second one works. Yeah.
I think I got more distance on the second one. I need to try the first one again.
No. And I just kind of like, pick him up.
And you see his little feet running.
Yeah.
Almost like one of the Koopa Cubs. Just
It's like, all right. I'm glad you know how they work. I'm glad that you've tested them. That's good. Maybe next time give us a little warning. But for now, we're not going to.
Hawks says warning.
We're not going to do that again. All right. I don't I don't want us to have any attention drawn to us right now before we get to where we're going.
Oh, Hawks need to be sneaky.
Yes.
Does that mean
Super
Hawks
sneaky.
can't talk?
No. You're okay talking. Just don't make loud noises. All right. Just don't make things go boom. And let's not set any fires right now.
Okay.
All right. Trust me.
Hawks will
Trust me.
listen.
In about a day, you're going to get your entire fill of loud noises and fire. Okay. I promise.
Hawk's happy.
How do you feel about flying, by the way?
Hawks fly. Hold on. Hawks asks Kelsey. Hawks, Kelsey, fly? Kelsey says okay to fly.
Okay. I'm glad you had that consultation. All right, just keep that in mind. And I gotta put him back down.
Okay.
Sorry,
Hawks fly.
Can I take 1 second? It's stupid. It's completely out of the game, but I just needed a break point to tell you guys this. When you brought up that little girl meme in front of a fire, right?
Yeah.
I had a friend of mine who's a rapper here in Georgia, right? He messaged me I do his album covers all the time, right? And one of the album covers he had me do was for an album called Barsonist, right? Like bars and arsonist, right?
Yeah.
And it was very fucking funny. He had this idea that he wanted his photo in front of where the girl was standing, looking back at the camera, but the same scene in the background, so it looked like the meme, right?
Right.
He literally has them pressed and printed, and he sells them with that meme on the front and his face looking back over his shoulder as his album. It's called This Album is Straight Fire, Barsonist at the bottom. And I swear to God, that album does super well. It's like played all over the place down here, and it's the funniest fucking thing you've ever seen. When you look at it, you know exactly what it is, and it's hysterical. It's
Okay.
as soon as you brought that, let me see if I can find the art I did.
I think Adrie's gonna come up on deck when she hears the cannons going off.
Oh, good. Yeah, you at this point you kind of see Hawks just kind of like pout walking, like, I believe I can fly.
God is
Brennan's
my witness. I thought kobolds could fly.
Brennan looks over. Captain, this is gonna be. I'm scared. You're gonna put him flying?
I did contingency plan. Don't get too bent out of shape about it.
Can I shoot him out of the cannon this time?
I prefer if we don't shoot anyone out of any cannons, if I'm being honest, but just it'll be fine. Just don't let him do that again. At least not until we get to where we're going and we've got a plan all put together. Okay. I don't need us giving away our position, and there's still that whole thing about the shadow dragon going around. I just would really not like to call attention to our presence here if I can help it.
It's the Dark Lady.
Oh no. Brendan has tuned you out, right?
Yeah, I was about to say I no longer exist.
Brennan just kind of stands there quiet next to Adrie.
Hello, Brendan. Is everything okay up here? I heard the cannons.
Yeah, Hawks just got a little ahead of himself, but good news is, hey, 2 thumbs up, they work. So we've got that going for us. But I've instructed Brendan here to kind of keep Hawks away from them, at least until we, actually need them. Why?
As long as it's okay with the Dark Lady.
Yes, Brendan.
Okay.
You're gonna have to explain that later. What is going?
I am the blood vessel. Without blood.
Yeah,
I used to have blood.
Mm-hmm.
But she speaks for the Dark God. Her word is the iron in my bones.
Okay.
I can't fucking.
Nathan's sitting here thinking there's calcium in bones, not iron. But okay. Has he always been like that, or is he like your servant?
Since they blinded him. Yeah, they killed all of the rest of his clerical brethren and blinded him, took him, put him in servitude, and
cleans toilets by scraping them with the sun. Or so the story goes.
Adrie was a taskmaster.
That's not true. If you go back and listen, it wasn't.
Adrie beats him like Rachel beats Deece.
Victor told Brendan that Adrie told him to tell Brendan to clean the latrines. It wasn't Adrie, it was Victor.
Adrie wanted him to scrape his thumbnails across the poo-encrusted wooden floors. He got splinters in there. They were infected.
He was bad.
He's got his bones now. He had fucking diseases.
He's got them doo-doo digits. Is that what you're saying?
He had the poo-poo shards under his nails.
Oh my god.
They're like little infected daggers. It's your fault.
I didn't do that.
Rachel tricked the blind guy
That's
into
not
cleaning up her toilet.
Even worse, she had her friend Esmeralda blind him.
Esmeralda blinded Brendan on her own accord. Adrie didn't have any part of this.
Did you ever correct him?
You ever stop him?
You ever correct him?
But you just carried out your wishes.
I was about to say, I didn't hear any of the conversation she had with Serena about, like, raising her from the dead and everything. And I'm sitting here standing next to a skeleton. And I'm like, there seems to be I'm glad I didn't hear that whole necromancy comment, because I would have been like, yeah, there doesn't seem to be an awful lot of raising dead around here, period, if we're being honest.
If we're being completely honest, it seems like Rachel has some favorites amongst the crew and other people who she despises.
Okay.
And
That's
so
not it.
While she gets a brand new body,
Adrie?
fucking Brandon is just fucked. You know what the thing was? In the moment when Brandon was killed and she went back, she never raised him because she hates him.
We didn't have time. We had to go to the Strut's castle.
She was
afterwards. What'd you do?
I got transported. I got transported to a different realm, and then I lost my memory.
She was sitting there going, you know what? I'm going to bring you back. And then she's like, but I have to go to the bathroom first. Hang on just 1 second. Then she's sitting there. She's like, man,
he did a terrible job cleaning this place up.
I cannot resurrect Serena right now.
I'm just going to shit on the floor to make it worse for him.
She hasn't died within the last minute. Therefore, Revivify will do nothing.
Nothing.
Look, I'm just telling you that it sure seems like some people are just destined to be undead forever, while other people get all of the help in the world. Just saying.
It's not.
One would say that's a prejudice.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You mean like a Deadjudice?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Deadjudice would be a great name for this episode. Deadjudice is.
Anyway.
All right.
All right.
Dead like you. Forever. Thanks for listening to Freelance Heroism. We really appreciate you coming in and listening. We also really appreciate all the people who support our Patreon. By supporting the Patreon, you're going to get behind the scene uncut clips that you'll get to see sort of like maybe the tissue behind some of the edited, cleaned up content. And you'll get that whenever we have a big block of it to drop, as well as any updates or any information behind the scenes stuff that we think the Patreons would like to know. So if you'd like to support our Patreon and help us continue making the high quality, high octane podcast that you've come to expect, go ahead to patreon.com/freelance_heroism. Thank you. And as usual, the invoice is in the mail.
I'm figuring if I Google Barsonist, it should just show up.
This cannot be it. Okay. I searched out Straight Fire, right? What I got back from Amazon was an album called Straight Fire, the Ultimate Collaboration Album by a rapper by the name of Dog Poo. DAWGPU. No, but I just have to share this. The first title on this album, the first track, is titled My 600-Pound Diss Track, featuring Little Anus.
Oh my God, what the hell?
I have no idea what I came across, but I felt the need to share it.